What did it feel like to hear your name called as the winner?
I mean, it felt good.
Rachel Lindsay recalls Grace Hansen calling her angry during The Bachelorette. It throws me around this day. Former Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay continues to speak out on the franchise's history of Rachel's insensitivity in the light of Grace Hansen's insensitive comments earlier this year. In addition to talking about changes that need to be made, she is also reflecting on some of the unfair judgment she received on her own season. If anything, distancing herself from the Bachelor Nation has offered her more space and freedom to speak these important truths. On Friday, the former attorney appeared as a guest host on The View. One topic of the discussion was fight between Luann de Lesseps and Ebony Kay. When discussing the fight on the talk show, Rachel expressed that, "Sadly, I can relate to it, both in real life and also when I was on The Bachelorette." It mirrored a conversation with her runner-up Peter Krause and Grace Hansen on the ABC show, though she didn't mention either man by name. In my season finale of The Bachelorette, when I was sitting on stage with my runner-up told me I would live a mediocre life if I didn't choose him. My response to him was, "Actually, I'm living my best life." In response, Peter got Grace involved. When I came back from commercial break, the host said to me, "Rachel, you seem angry." I looked and I said, "That's a strong word." And he said, "Well, you seem upset." As she pointed out to her View co-host, I hadn't raised my voice. I hadn't yelled. I hadn't said any type of curse word. She continued, "Then the run-up says to me, 'Rachel, I feel like you attacked me.' When I confronted him on how I attacked him, he said, 'Well, I don't really have anything to say to that.'" Even though Peter didn't offer any evidence, the damage was done. I have been labeled an angry black female in Bachelor Nation. It follows me around to this day. Rachel received intense harassment after that infamous interview with Chris, even though he apologized to her and she accepted. "I think it's so important that we talk about these things," she said, expressing pride at how Ebony stood up for herself. If in 2020 we were supposed to having this type of conversations, then we need to address microaggressions that are based on black women. We need to address these racial stereotypes. I think it's important that we continue to do that.
Marissa and Chidera, thank you so much for all that you do. It is such an honor to PayPal it forward to you, and I challenge you guys to PayPal it forward to a deserving woman in your life.